Thanks for tuning into the channel. And today we're going to be talking about Turo, Turo. For those of you that never heard of it, you can Google it, check it out. It's a car sharing platform. And today's video is going to be if you are like me, that you work a 9 to 5, so you're pretty busy. I'm sure you have other things going on. How can you do Toro and your full-time job, right? How can you do it? Well, I'm going to let you know how I do it because all my bookings are contactless. So I'm never present when the person that booked the car comes to get it. So I use a lockbox, and everything that I use for Toro, I put in the description box. So you can go ahead and if you want, click the link there, and you can see the lockbox and no smoking stickers and different things that I use for to run Toro. But today I wanted to make this video because I had this question asked in a recent video, and I wanted to answer by making a video. So any of you that watch this video, if you have any questions, ask down below. I'll make a video about it, or if you prefer, I can answer it in the comments. Whatever you prefer, let me know. But I don't mind making videos on questions. They're a good way, have other people that probably have your same questions have an opportunity to get their questions answered as well. But I think this is a good one if you're working 9 to 5, what do you do? So what I do, and I'm gonna use if you're already a Toro host, you should have the app. So if you have the app, um, down below you should see where it says vehicles. Click that, select the vehicle, right? And then when you select it, go to where it says trip preference. And when you're at the trip preference, it'll say advance notice, delivery location, a bunch of options. So as you can here you go. So you can see right here. Hopefully you're able to see. Hopefully that wasn't too blurry. I don't know if the camera caught it. But if you have the if you have Toro, you should have the app. Follow those steps. And then what I do is I put a buffer. And you could do different options. There's 1 hour, which I don't do. That for me, you basically probably don't have a 9 to 5 in that case. You got 2, 3, 6, 12, 1 day, 2 days. So that's the magic thing. If you do contactless, so I live by the airport, I just drop the car off at the airport with the lockbox. I put usually, to be honest, I run it a little risky because I put a 6 hour notice, and luckily I haven't had anyone really book a car between that time. I usually get it within a day. And that's probably in my recommendation the best one, a day notice. Meaning, let's say, for example, today's Monday. That means you're at work, you're busy. No one could book the car for Monday. They could book it Tuesday or further. If you're at work and you notice you get a booking and it's for Tuesday, let's say it's for Tuesday at the airport. Now you know that when you get home, you need to get that car ready and drop it off, for example, at the airport or at the delivery location, have the lockbox and everything ready to go for that guest when they come to town. But that's basically what I do. So let's say I'm working today. I get off at 5. What I would do is I would have the car ready. Anytime I get the car back, I get it. If I have the opportunity, I get it ready for bookings. That way I don't have to do it. Let's say Monday after work, I don't have to get it cleaned and things like that. So I already have it ready at where I live, right? And I'm at work and I find out, okay, I got a booking for Tuesday at 9. I come home, do my errands that I need to do after work, get everything ready at the house, but I'll know like, hey, I got this booking for Tuesday. The car will be ready. So all I have to do is I drop it off at the airport. Now you may be thinking, how do you do this if you're single? Well, I am in a relationship, so my girlfriend goes with me, right? So it takes two people. I drive there, she drives there, and then I come back in one car with her, and that's how I do it. So I get the notification on Monday, but I have enough time because I plan to take it. So even if I have plans after work, some of you I know may go to the gym, may need to do groceries, have kids, got to get the kids out of daycare. I have kids, so I get it. You busy schedule, got a lot going on, but that's what I do. Hey, I know I got this booking, so I make some time for that after work. All I need to do is just have the car there by 9 o'clock for the guest. And not everyone exactly has a 9 to 5 schedule, right? Some people may go to work at 11:30 and get out at 8, so you play with it. So for example, if you are, let's say, more of a mid-shift schedule and you know you got this booking for Tuesday and sometime in the morning, right? Maybe you can take the car to the airport in the morning. Maybe you can work it out and have it ready there in the morning and then go to work. Now, you may be thinking, well, what about, I'm just doing it by myself. I don't really have anyone to do deliveries with, but I want to do the delivery option like I do. Then you would have to Uber and you would have to have that cost associated with your pricing when you put your car on Turo. And I know other hosts, that's what they do. If they offer the delivery, they do Uber. That's an expense you'll have to take on. So you'll have to calculate that in on your side hustle there. Also, some people they say, hey, I don't live by an airport port. I don't want to do the delivery option because I don't have a ride, things like that. You don't necessarily have to do deliveries to do contactless. If you're comfortable with it, you can leave it at your house in the driveway. Some people do that with the lockbox. Some people say, hey, I don't want, I don't know these people that are booking my car, right? So I don't want them to come to my house. And I understand, I agree with that. So what you could do if you live in a neighborhood and there's a community pool, well, you might leave it in a parking lot. If there's an HOA and you feel like, hey, your HOA is really strict, they may, catch on to that and that's not allowed in the community you live in, then the answer to that would be, is there a place nearby, like a shopping center, that you feel that will be safe to leave the car? And those are some options. There's always risk with doing any of this. If you leave your car at a shopping center or even at the airport or at your house, right? It could get stolen. That's why it's important. The lockbox, if it's a push to start, make sure you buy one of those pouches that blocks the signal. And even with all that, right? Your car can always get stolen. Doing Toro is always a risk. So I always say, look into it to make sure it's right for you. I'm just giving you some tips on things I would do or that I do that may help you, but there's always going to be a risk associated. But that's basically how I do it. I do the 6 hours, and again, that's a little risky. I recommend more the day notice. And with the day notice, you'll get and sometimes, to be honest, like for example, I got a car back, what's today? Monday. I got a car back Sunday, and I try to get the car booked as much as I can within the month. So I usually like to have it booked 20 days out of a month, and that's usually what I do get with the economical cars. But I got a car back Sunday. I've been hoping to book it before Thursday, but I know I got a booking Thursday. I've been hoping to get a booking in between because I really try that, but so far no luck. But I plan that into my schedule. I already know my week schedule will work because I know my schedule for work, and I just know, like, hey, I gotta have this car at the airport in the morning Thursday for this booking. I already know in advance, and that's basically why I say have it set up on the Toro, on your Toro app to notify you, so nobody can book your car the same day. You need a 24-hour notice. That way you can plan for it. And if you do that, I think you could do a 9 to 5. And again, I don't know exactly how busy your schedule is, but I think if this is something you really want to do and you want to try out, 24 hours, I think is a pretty good notice time. And sometimes you're gonna have bookings where you're gonna have, you'll get a notification you got a booking, and that booking's not gonna be for 3 days. So basically that's how it is for me. I got the 6 hour, but usually I have people don't book within the same day. Usually it's 24-hour notice. Sometimes it's even more. Sometimes the car's not going to go out until like 48 hours after they book it. So I have enough time to plan for it. And I hope that helped. If it did, let me know in the comments down below. If you like the video, smash the like button. Don't forget, if you have any questions, ask down below. I may make a video on it. If I do make a video, I'll reply letting you know I'm making a video on your question so you're aware. If you haven't done so, check out the description box. I really appreciate you watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks again. See you on the next one.